I need one of those things for when I'm done. Cut. Hello, and welcome to today's video. So, here are all of the foundations that I've recently tried. Did full dedicated videos to, wear tests, application methods, 14 hours, and such. Today, we're going to talk about them individually. And of course, I will link all of the videos down below if you want to get more in depth. And let's see how I feel about them all now. Come on, let's get started. The world of foundation. It is beautiful. Let me tell you a little about my skin. I am in my mid-30s. I have combination skin. I have normal to dry, this area here, and then I have an oily T-zone. So I have a total of 10 foundations. And the only one that I did not do a complete dedicated video to is my La Mer foundation. I did a side-by-side comparison wear test between this and the Sisley. But I still wanted to include it because technically I did a review on it, just not full by itself. So, yeah. Just want to clarify that. So each foundation I'm quickly going to discuss the coverage, the finish, the wear, how it felt, and some extras that really did it for me with that particular foundation. But each foundation I do have a full dedicated video to with lots of juicy details and application and wear tests. So if you want to know more about that particular foundation, there will be links down below. It may be no surprise, but my most used and favorite foundation of the 10 has been and still is the Tom Ford Serum Foundation. The proper name for this beauty is the Tom Ford Soleil Flawless Glow Foundation, and this has an SPF of 30. She retails for $88. She's got 1 fluid ounce, 30 mLs, and she is a serum foundation. There is a scent to this foundation. If you are not a fan of scent, leave her alone. The coverage on this foundation is sheer, but she does build up to a light medium. The finish on this is a beautiful natural glow. Very skin-like, very natural. This is my go-to daily wearing foundation. I literally apply it with my fingers. It melts into the skin and it really looks flawless. It's really, really comfortable. It wears all day very well. The standout extra feature on this one is that it has watermelon, lychee seed, apple extracts that boost moisture and elasticity. This is one of those foundations that the more you wear it, the more your skin looks better. The longer you wear it, your skin looks better. It looks very hydrated, very plump, very supple, very good, just beautiful. And that's really what does it for me with this. This is not my super glam beat kind of foundation. This is just an easy, everyday, you want to look put together kind of foundation. So that's why she's number 1. So the next foundation really should be no surprise. I talk about this, I think, the most here on my channel. It's probably the highest recommended foundation, and I've been using it for years. This would be number 1 if I didn't have the Tom Ford. And this one is got just a little more coverage to it. So I use this more for my going out, when I want to be more glam, when I want to be just more beat. It's the La Mer foundation. This is the Soft Fluid Longwear Foundation, and she's got an SPF of 20. As you can see, I do have another shade back there. Yeah. It happened, okay? I have to have my summer shade and I have to have my winter shade. And I mix them. And sometimes I wear one, sometimes I wear the other. It depends, okay? She retails for $120. You're getting the standard size of an ounce. And she too has a nice light scent. Now this one, like I said, has a little bit more coverage. This I find to be a true medium, and it is buildable. This is another foundation that I do like to apply with my hands, but when I really want to add on the coverage, I will use a brush. Now the finish of this foundation is described as luminous, but for me, I find it to be a very natural finish. It's not super dewy, it's not super matte. It's one of those finishes that just looks like skin. It just looks like you, but better. I find this to be very lightweight, very comfortable, and it does wear all day. This has to be one of the best wearing foundation when it comes to humidity. And I say that because I reside in lovely, sunny, extremely humid Florida. And this thing has been put to the test and has always, always done well. Has not failed me yet. Knock on wood. In my skincare, I do use a few La Mer products. I also use their lip products, and to say the least, I like the La Mer products. Now this does contain the Miracle Broth. The one thing that I can say about the Miracle Broth is that it's nicely hydrating. It's not overly hydrating where it feels heavy, but it's very comfortable hydrating, and it works for me with this foundation. I cannot speak enough about this foundation. Next up is a newer foundation for me, but she literally came out of nowhere and just came and just, excuse me, I am here. Hello, how are you? Amazing. It is the Sisley foundation. In advance, I apologize if I do not pronounce this correctly. This is the Tint Ultra Eclat. This is an oil-free, long-lasting foundation. She retails for $95. You're getting 1 ounce. And this also has a scent. It's a very pleasant scent. It's a very light scent, but it is a scent. The coverage on this is light, but it does build up to a medium. The finish on this is radiance boosting, but I more so find it to be a very natural glow. I find this to be very light and comfortable. Almost feels like you're just applying a light moisturizer, and then it just doesn't feel like anything. Now I do find this to be very long wearing. Only thing I noticed as I've been wearing it, I think because it's the newest of the foundations, I haven't really perfected my priming cocktail, but I do notice, I want to say after the 6-hour mark, I do notice that once it settles into my smile lines, it will kind of separate a little bit, but so far I have been using it with their Blur Expert powder. This one from Sisley. I will touch up with this, back to looking flawless. This thing is like magic. A little cool thing about this foundation is it's got an anti-pollution from buckwheat seed extract and mallow and gardenia flower for hydration. I kind of like that whole botanical vibe. It's very nice. So next up is my Chanel. This is the Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. I don't really think this is called a foundation, but it is. And this is exactly what it says. It's a water fresh tint. It is a very light foundation. This retails for $65, and this also is 1 fluid ounce. And this too does have a light, fresh, soothing, calming scent. The coverage on this is sheer. It is a gel, and I can't tell you that it's buildable because it's not meant to build. It's just meant to even you out. It's kind of like a hybrid between a gel moisturizer and a skin tint. It does give you a radiant, glowy kind of finish. I find it to be very lightweight and comfortable. And it literally feels fresh and hydrating. It feels like right after you've washed your face, you've done your toner, you've done your serums, and then you put on like a gel moisturizer, that nice, hydrating, fresh, plump kind of feeling. This is what this gives you. Did I say that right? That's the feeling you get when you use this. Now, yes, this does give very sheer coverage, but it is a coverage that evens you out and it does last. And the reason that I like this is because it's different. It's got a technology in it where it's got those little pigment beads, and you literally pop them as you're massaging it into the skin. And this also can be used as a nice hydrating primer. Next up is Guerlain. This is the La Essential Natural 16-Hour Wear SPF of 20. This retails for $60. You're getting 1 fluid ounce. Beautiful packaging. Yes, this one definitely has a scent. A lot of these higher end foundations, you're typically going to get a scent. The coverage on this is medium and it is buildable. This does give you a natural glow. It is pretty long wearing. I guess the selling feature, why I liked it, why I was drawn to this particular product, was the fact that it says it was 97% naturally derived ingredients. It contains red algae and taro gum extracts, which allows your skin to breathe, and it helps support its ability to defend against pollution. It's also got white cocoa bean extract to combine with other ingredients to help maintain skin's natural balance and support your skin's natural barrier. While it does give a glowing finish, it's not a greasy, dewy finish. It's just a healthy, supple skin finish. And that's what I like about this foundation. This foundation does wear really beautifully. Hydrated skin is beautiful skin. I'm trying to make this quick, effortless, and easy. So next up we have Pat McGrath's foundation. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This foundation retails for $68. You're actually getting 1.18 ounces, so just a little over an ounce. Now this is a light, buildable to medium. This feels like absolutely nothing. Once you apply it to your skin, it's so light. It's so comfortable. I mentioned how these foundations feel because feel is like a big thing for me. I hate feeling like I'm wearing a ton of cake on my face. I like to put something on and kind of forget about it. So that's kind of why I keep mentioning how foundations feel. I do find this to be long wearing. Typical 8-hour days. Now the little standout for this foundation is the Vita Serum Complex and helps with the appearance of wrinkles. Obviously I think that's something that you'll see maybe over time, but that is one of the features of this foundation. The one thing that I have not changed my mind on about this guy is, although it says it smooths you and perfects you, about the halfway mark of my typical wear time, I noticed that this foundation in certain areas starts to look really unflattering. It starts to emphasize texture that I never even thought I had. And that's the one thing I do not like about it. Next up is Marc Jacobs. This is the Shameless Youthful Look 24-Hour SPF 25 foundation. Yes, I hope I said that correctly. A lot of these foundations have such long names. This is actually on sale for $27.50. You're getting 1.08 ounces. This is a light, medium coverage kind of foundation. This is another one that you can kind of just slap on with your fingers and it just melts into your skin and you can go about your merry way. I really like the packaging on this. I think it's very portable. It's very travel friendly. It's very easy. Slip it in your purse. It's not too big, but yet you're still getting a good amount of product. It is a nice, true, natural finish, and it feels hydrating. This is another one that feels like you just put on moisturizer and it's gone. You forget about it. Doesn't feel like much. The one standout feature of this is that it claims to be a no ashy gray undertone because of SPF, and it will never cause any flashback. As far as that claim, I'm no socialite. I'm not out getting flash photography done, so I can't really speak on it. But I do like when foundations have a little SPF in them. Although I don't depend on it solely, it is just like a nice little add-on. Here is the one of its kind in this lineup of foundations. This is a cushion compact foundation from Tom Ford. It's the Glow Tone Up Foundation Broad Spectrum SPF 45 Hydrating Cushion Compact. Mirror, the sponge thing and the actual product. I don't like this. This is very messy. Anyways, beautiful packaging, isn't it? This too has a scent. This retails for $88, and they do also sell the refills of just the actual product for $57. The coverage on this is pretty sheer, but you can build it up. I like using a brush with this product and then using a beauty blender to kind of just sheer it out a little bit and perfect it. Now this is very dewy, very radiant, very luminous. Glow. Hello. Very summer-esque. I do find it to be very lightweight, and I do like that it has a full-on SPF 45. Again, never solely depend on your foundations for your SPF, but it's a nice little add-on. This wears pretty well for my typical days, 8-hour days. The shade range is absolutely horrible. I feel there's so much potential that these brands are not taking advantage of. It's a beautiful product, but when you only have like maybe 3, 4 options at most, you've excluded so many people. But it is a beautiful product. Don't get mad at me. This particular product didn't work for me, but I do know a lot of people like it. Like a lot. And I do love the other one. I'm talking about the Fenty foundation. This is the Pro Filter Hydrating Long Wear Foundation. I did a full 14-hour wear test on this. This retails for $35. You're getting 1.08 fluid ounce. She is medium to full coverage. It is a natural finish that does look like skin. For me, it started off like that, and then because of all the grapeseed oils and the hydrating ingredients, it was not too pretty for too long. It is very hydrating, but after a while it starts to feel really heavy and it starts to look like foundation. You know, some of those foundations that look like foundation, you can't get away with, oh, your skin is so beautiful. For me, I did not achieve that with this. It also separated so much for me. Around my mouth, around my nose, around my smile lines, it just started to break apart. And I was actually surprised because I would have thought that in my more oily areas, it would have broken apart, and it actually didn't. So, I don't know. This is really good for the more dry, normal skin types, for sure. And my absolute least favorite of all of the recent foundations I've tried, which I'm actually really sad about, because similar to Fenty, this is another brand that all of the other products and foundations that I've tried from them, absolutely amazing, work so well that I just didn't even think about it when this came out. Right away I had to have it. Givenchy. This beauty. This is the Tint Couture Everwear 24-hour satin finish, full coverage and comfort, and this also has an SPF of 20. This claims to be 24 hours wearing. I would never. I don't suggest it. But hey, if you're in a position where you need it, that's good to know that it's there and it's available. This retails for $52. You're getting 1 ounce. Definitely the more medium to full coverage, and this is also waterproof. It's designed to be for your more active days when you've got a lot going on. This is not going to budge. It does have a natural finish. This foundation was heavy. It felt like foundation. I mean, it wasn't the worst, but just with all that I've been trying, I'm able to really nitpick a little bit. And this really didn't perform as well as I really know that Givenchy foundations can. The biggest selling feature, other than the fact that I've tried a bunch of Givenchy stuff and I love it and I have always had success with it, other than that, this claimed to blur, even out, and hydrate your skin. And I felt that it did, but this was cakey, this was heavy, this did not compliment me, the color was weird, I don't know. This was just not the greatest. My other favorite Givenchy product is the Matte Batiste, the Radiant Matte Fluid. Radiant Matte, right? It's a matte, but you get this beautiful finish. It's amazing. I mean, if you look at these two, the colors pretty much look the same, but this was a weird color on me, and this is like a perfect match. So I don't know. And another Givenchy one that I love, it's like a balm. This is the Tint Couture Balm. This is a blurring foundation balm. Bare Skin Perfector with an SPF of 15. This is a very skin-like. I'm into those, if you can tell. But this is another Givenchy product that I love, and I'm sad. This is probably my first Givenchy foundation that didn't work out. And I also tried the concealer with it. Oof. It was okay. I had a lot of fun testing out all of these foundations and now being able to kind of talk to you about them each one by one. If you have tried any of these foundations, let me know. I do know foundation can be a little more personal, shall we say, but it kind of gives you an idea as to what to expect based on others' experience with your skin type. And I like watching foundation videos. It helps me a lot. Links for all of the individual reviews of these products will be down below so that you can check them out. Foundations are fun. I enjoy trying them out. It's something that I'm always using, even on the lighter days, and I like the little variety I have here. And oh yes, there will be more foundation reviews. These companies don't want to stop. And I don't mind. Why not? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know which ones you've tried, which ones you're interested in. And thank you for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I will see you very, very soon because there's more foundations. And I'll be trying them. Stay beautiful, guys. Bye.